Hello and welcome to a new video. I'm Vanguard and today, we'll be going through the future of the infamous video game series. The franchise has been around for a while now, and it's been quite some time since we've seen anything out of the infamous series regarding news and information. So I decided to make this video to discuss what's in store for the future of the series. But without further ado, let's get right into it. First off, I would like to go through a brief history of the infamous series. The series is an action-adventure platformer video game developed by Sucker Punch Production and published by Sony Computer Entertainment, exclusively for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 video game consoles. The games follow the adventures of Cole McGrath, Delson Rowe, and Abigail Fetch Walker, superpowered conduit who must decide their own destinations of becoming either good or evil. The first game was released way back in 2009 for the PS3 console and was a great success for the beginning of the series, selling over 2 million copies by the end of 2010. It was praised for many of its elements, including the implementation of Cole's power and climbing ability, the game's content and mission structure. IGN awarded Infamous Best Story, Game of the Year, and Best Acting at 2009 Golden Game Award. Additionally, the game was ranked 5th on the top PS3 games of IGN in 2010. Infamous was also nominated for other awards. It was very well received in terms of commercial and critical success. Later, we received Infamous 2 in 2011, which was another great title. The game concluded the story of the protagonist passing away in the end if you chose the good karma route. It was generally well received by the gaming media upon release. Praise was particularly directed at its city design, traversal, and graphics, though it was criticized for its karma system and camera. There was also a standalone expansion titled Infamous Festival of Blood, released later in the year. Fast forward to 2014, we got Infamous The Second Son, which was one of the big exclusives for the PS4 console. This had a new story that takes place a few years after the sequel and focused on Delson Rowe's journey. The Second Son was praised for its gameplay, dynamic combat, visuals and design, while criticism was aimed for the game's morality system, which was found to be dated and binary, as well as the game's repetitive side missions. Furthermore, many thought that the storyline was a step down from the previous entry. However, it was a commercial success, selling over 1 million copies within 9 days, making it the fastest selling game in the series. They also released the First Light DLC the following year. So let's talk about what we know. Sucker Punch's infamous Second Son launched on the PS4 more than 3 years ago, but since then the team has been working on a project. Sony Worldwide Studio President Shuhei Yoshida guested on Kinda Funny Games in 2015. He said that there's a new game that the developers are working on, and it's quite playable as of right now, and he has played with it multiple times during its development. He said that it's quite fun. PlayStation boss Scott Frode also said that we're never going to retire an IP, we're always going to be open to making more infamous games. He also said that the new game that they're working on is in the early stages of development. So this for the most part hints for a continuation of the infamous series. But since what we know is vague, it could be a sign for a new IP or even the return of Sly Cooper, since he is getting an animated TV series soon. But what's possibly in store for the future of the infamous series? We could see the return of Cole somehow, which I think is unlikely though, since I feel like his story is over with his death, of course. Delson's story that was introduced in The Second Son is finished, but we could see a continuation of the aftermath of what has happened alongside with Fetch. Or we could see something entirely different with the introduction of a new protagonist, which I'm leaning most towards to, since I do want to see something new. What I would like to see in the game is for it to set in a new city with plenty of rich exploration and improved karma system that feels realistic and not so extreme and weird. In The Second Son, the evil path felt foolish and silly when playing it, with the main character having no real motive. Additionally, introduce some new powers that are interesting to play with, like shapeshifting, I don't know. And with the graphic improvement coming quite a way since the last game release, I hope it will look fantastic. The only opportunity for a possible reveal this year could be at the PlayStation Experience event, since the series has always been a PlayStation exclusive. The reveal could happen anytime since it's been quite some time. Well, that about wraps up this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.